Are you someone who dares to question, to explore, to form opinions outside of the bounds of the conventional thought? In this chaotic landscape of the modern world, where norms are shifting, the ability to think freely becomes a necessity. It's about safeguarding your most precious asset, and that is your freedom. And in this case, the freedom of thought. It's a form of intellectual self-defense in the world where information is abundant but is manipulated. Without this ability to think freely, you might end up with the fact that the thoughts will be imposed on you, and you just become a silent follower in a crowd of echoing voices. Not to be a free thinker basically means to be, I guess, a slave thinker? Or how do you put it in English? Let me know if you're an English speaker. And because this channel is for free thinking people, it's for people who want to build their freedom, to build their business, because without business, it's very hard to be useful, it's very hard to be free. Then I decided to make this video to break down the key points of what it actually means to be a free thinker. So to make it clear for you, for myself, and maybe we go into this dialogue and exchange their opinions. I would love that you also share your thoughts, because very often we talk about it, but do we actually understand? And are we free thinkers ourselves? It all starts with independent or critical thinking. You need to base your opinions on your personal judgment. You need to challenge and to question conventional wisdom. Because as we see in history and also nowadays, there are so many different countries, different regimes and so on, where things just go wrong. Just because, people follow this path without questioning it. There are so many things, so many levels where you have to make your own opinion, make your own research, and not just to follow the crowd. So having an independent thinking, to my opinion, is the first character of being a free thinker. What do you think? The next character is open mind. And freedom means open. Now I'm writing freedom instead. Open mind. Freedom means being open. It means that you also question your own, boxes, your own ideas, stiff ideas that maybe you had gotten from somebody else or something. You have to be open for new perspectives. A free thinker is always a student in the way that ready to learn. Somebody who understands that there are always other people who know something probably better. And if you are not open, but in your mind, very stiff, very narrow, then your narrative will also be very narrow. So being open-minded, to my taste, is very important for being a free thinker, because you need to be free, not only to be independent, but also to learn and be open for other things. The next one is related to the fact that free thinking people, they always come up with something new. They're creative. Free thinking people, they can say, the way we used to do is not the most profound way, so let's try something new. This is the creative and innovative way of free thinkers. And this is also the reason why free thinkers are really great in business, because they are always find new ways. They are always creative in the way, they approach people. Their audience, their community, the way they build their communities, the way they create their product. So if you are a free thinker, really consider building your business, because you need your business to support your freedom. You need your business to have a life of purpose and to be able to help other people. And if you don't know what to start with, then you can check out my free training in the description below. It's just a half an hour, but then you'll get the clue on how you can start business from scratch right away. The next one is questioning authority. I think it's pretty clear. If you have an independent way of thinking, then of course you're going to question authorities. Again, because there are so many examples in history where authorities misleaded so many people. And if there are no people who can question this, authority, then the problem can never be solved. if wrong people have the power, then everything can go wrong. Because this way you can change also your country, you can change your life. And some people, they have to develop it in themselves, but in my case, I think I was born this way. I always questioned authority. My parents sometimes had a difficult time because they had to explain things which they say usually kids don't ask, but I always had to question, why you, why this, why that, from being very young. So I always had to question, and also then later in school. And it's not because I didn't want to go to school. I had good grades, actually. I went to university twice. So, but I always question what's going on, what's happening. Also question myself in my own way, my own motivation. It's not only about checking other people, but also questioning yourself, being open-minded to and independent enough to also question yourself. Yeah, that's a good idea. And because you're supposed to question authority, then you also have to be fearless. So the next one is fearlessness, or you can say it's overcoming the fear of judgment, because people will judge you, people will hate you for that. But the problem with the mainstream that it's not always the best stream, the best direction, the best way. And if the mainstream is going in the right direction, that's no problem. We don't have to, fight against it or something. If it's going in the right direction, it's no problem. But if it's going the funny direction, then we have to do something. And if you don't like this video, I want you to leave me a comment. I want to challenge you to leave me a comment in any case. If you like this video, if you don't like this video, and let's see. At least we will share our opinions and learn something from it. So it's a good exchange anyway. Or maybe we will find some common ground, and maybe you can also, share your thoughts when it comes to being a free thinker and whether you are a free thinker or not. Because if not, then you're just bound by the chains of conformity and guided by the thoughts which are not truly yours. It's like unconscious surrender of the very essence that makes you individual. And free thinking is like an antidote for this surrender. It's a conscious choice to engage with the world with clarity, curiosity, and courage. If you are a free thinker, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Let's build a community to make this world a better place. And I will see you in the next video.